Have you ever been to a wedding after 6 p.m. In Ghana and you actually felt like, oh, this wedding was beautiful. Oh, their marriage will blossom. Did you know that after 6 p.m. weddings are considered illegal?
Exactly.
And so if anybody that you know has gotten married after 6 p.m. here in this country, they actually gathered with family and friends to make exchanges and everything, but the law does not recognize it as marriage. Exactly. Did you know this?
Did you know this?
Anyway, it's time for us to get into Word on the Street, and Ngozi has more about just what I told you is just a teaser. She's going to give you in-depth knowledge and in-depth education on the topic. Thank you for joining us once again, Ngozi.
Thank you for having me too. All right, Chale, let's get right into it. Welcome to Word on the Street. You already know the deal. Okay. All right, so buckle up and let's talk and learn some things. Okay, first off, when do we even start? Should we start with the wedding? No, we'll put that back a little bit.
I think that would be good for last. It'll get people thinking.
It'll get people thinking, is your marriage legal?
Like, are you really married?
Are you really married? Or you people are just doing like some very...
cohabiting. And the painful thing is you spent all this money.
Listen.
Vendors took their money. Friends came to eat and everything. And you're not even married.
This is called an expensive boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. All right, now first off, Chale, yesterday now there was something on TV. I don't know if you saw it. A lot of people saw it. It was on X as well. You know, socials. There was a guy beating a worker. Apparently, it's a savings and loans institution. The name still hasn't come out. The man's name still hasn't come out. I need the name.
So I think it was on Unya.
Yes, Captain Smart.
Yeah, their show with Nanaya Brufo. And see, I don't know who that man is, where he's from, who raised him, whose father he is, whose husband he is, but he's a beast.
He is.
He is an animal.
That's one it hit.
To hit a woman like that continuously, as though you were fighting Bukum Banku or Aite Powers in the ring.
In the ring. It looks like it looked like a professional boxing match with an uppercut and everything, and he's trying to like get her stomach, like his Mortal Kombat.
And you see, other women came to her defense, and he shoved them aside.
Exactly.
Like,
then there was another man who was sitting in the corner, unmoved, unshaking. So sometimes you see, it's not just the violent people who are violent. You sitting down in the corner saying, "Oh, wait, and family, you're part of the problem."
Of course,
whether you like it or not. Because
I'm tempted to think that it's not the first time, or probably the man is an abuser, and he abuses them differently in diverse ways, maybe physical, maybe verbal, emotional, and all of that. And so whoever was filming did so just so he could be exposed. Exactly. That's what I'm tempted to believe.
I think so too.
And I really can't wait to have the details of the whole thing,
definitely, and
everything about him. If he is the CEO and the owner, he should just outrightly lose his license to practice. He should be he should face the law.
He should face the law. I think
because no matter what, because from Captain's narration, it's as though you said something painful and demeaning to the woman, and she counter opposed, and now you are upset. Why?
It's like that now. You know, sometimes I feel like, oh, I have the power. I should be able to talk down to you. I should be able to talk down at you, forgetting that people also have power for wherever they come from, and I am going to speak back at you. You
say something, yes, you're my boss and everything, but if you're saying something that would oppress me or would dampen my spirit and kill me within, I have every right to defend myself.
Exactly.
So from Captain's narration, it was as though he said something really demeaning along the lines of she being ugly or nothing and whatever. And she also retaliated and said, "I'm prettier than your wife," and you were upset.
You know what?
Why would you be upset? And for this man to be able to beat this person, a stranger, like this in public, I don't want to think about what he does to his wife or his kids or people around him, because you can tell that he's violent. He didn't care the number of people around. You know, some people would do it in secret, but there were so many people in the office, and he still didn't stop. He kept going. Even when they were trying to stop him, he kept going. Hey, These are the people who hate you till you fall and you're dead, and then they would still not even have any sort of remorse until it's too late.
Yeah, that's true. That's a
I don't want to imagine what people around him are going through.
Charlie, I think if he's locked up, it just might be safe for everybody around him. So, yeah.
One less beast off of the streets.
One less beast. As it should be. Anyways. Now, I want the details to come on. I really can't wait.
Yesterday, I was going from blog to blog. After I shared the story with you, trying to see if I could just find a name or his business or even his page. I just wanted to give him a piece of my mind and ask him how he would feel if he saw someone do this to his daughter.
He probably wouldn't care.
You know, such violent people, they want to always be the ones in control. They won't take any other person treating their victims like that. There are people, those extremely violent people, nobody touches their victims. It has to be them teaching them the lessons.
Like how the
woman
said. I
just wanted to find out.
You know, just like how the woman said to his wife. So he's probably beating his wife, but he's the only one who is allowed to call his wife ugly. Or something like that. Yeah. People have sick minds. Wow. Yeah.
Oh, I really hope that they follow up. And as a matter of fact, we've also started our digging. So we'll try to find him. And I hope that the whole thing being on social media also prompts the security officials to actually pick him up. Because he needs to explain himself. What exactly is it that this person could have said? A woman could have said to warrant that.
Yeah, you know the comments, some people are also like, maybe he's chasing her and she's not agreeing and this and that. Like the angles are plenty.
Wait, so you like somebody, she doesn't like you back, you have to beat her.
Is that not you know how let's go all the way into like our childhood. This has been a problem. Boys grow up feeling like, oh, you're entitled to a woman or a woman's body, and so if you move to her, one power should be two no dog out. Then you start insulting her and you start dissing her. Then when you bring that also into, and then sometimes we as adults, parents, we also kind of mess with this kind of thing, because you know things where you hear that, oh, there's this boy in my class, he's always you pushing me or something, or he takes my pencil or he's bothering me. You know, people always go like, oh, he likes you, he's doing that because he likes you. That's disgusting for someone to like bully you or try to make your life uncomfortable just because he likes you.
To the fact that he likes you.
Exactly. And so people have that notion that, oh, if someone is giving you this kind of negative attention, that means he likes you. Now that boy grows up and then he becomes a manager or something, so he feels like, oh, if I speak to Fariwa some type of way, let me bully her down, let me bully her, speak down on her before I actually move. Before I actually no, but that's how you, just an example, like but that's how a lot of people think. Or if I speak down at her first before I move to her,
it's things we've heard growing up and we didn't break.
And I think it's that.
And we are here today.
My point.
So you think that after I have gone through all of that to get here today, now your words to break me?
It's not even about the breaking. I think it's the most stupid way a man could ever approach a woman, by thinking, oh, let me bully you before. You are dumb.
But it actually works on some women, They allow themselves to be spoken down at, and they get broken, and now the men are able to take advantage of the situation, and now they come and they kind of possess you.
You know what? Just like we have foolish men, we have foolish women. And I think they deserve themselves. Like if you want to be spoken down to, find a man who will speak down to you, and just leave us out of all this, because this is Charlie, it's nonsense. Case closed. Like there's no other word. I can't be politically correct when it is nonsense, 100% pure.
Honestly, I really can't wait to find out who that man is. And I don't know, yesterday when I was going to bed, all that I had at the back of my mind is, oh, so now the video comes out, he's picked up, and now his relatives, his wife, his kids, they start coming out to say, oh, he's been doing this. Or even his neighbors start saying, oh, this is what he's been doing for a while now. Because you know how we see something, say something. Yeah. People see something, but they say nothing because they are scared. And again, even the victims themselves try to protect their abusers.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I bet you if this issue hadn't been recorded and leaked online, I have a strong feeling that it wouldn't have gone as far and as viral as it's going now, or it wouldn't have had the attention it's getting right now. Because a lot of people would have thought of it, the least you can do, or the worst, just resign. You find another job and let him let him just go, leave him alone, don't engage him and all of that.
I just had a thought pop in my mind, and I would not be surprised if this man actually has a position in church. I would not be surprised. Let's see what is going to be later, but I would not be surprised because anyway, anyway, we can talk about
anybody listening who has more information on this, please, we would really love to hear it, because what we saw yesterday and what is trending online is very, very disheartening. And so we are really concerned for this lady, and we would want to get to know more. So you can reach out to us. Our number is 0544-321019. Let's hear what you know as well.
Please do. All right, now moving on to the weddings aspect. Charlie, weddings, I think maybe it's because Davido is getting married. Is my husband coming?
Amen.
Amen. Hey, God. Anyways,
I receive it for you.
Amen. Charlie, I receive it. Anyways, these people have put a damper on my wedding plans. I was telling you,
travel and go and get married in the evening.
I was always thinking like I could have like a night wedding, you
still can't, Ngozi. Just go for a destination wedding where a destination wedding where after 6 or evening weddings are allowed.
You can have an evening wedding.
Just go for it there.
Do you know, first one is a lot of weddings are apparently very illegal in Ghana. Now, the registrar of companies, Mrs. Jemima Owari, has stated, for all of you who like getting married in like event centers, hotels, gardens, beaches, what have you, anywhere but a church, your weddings might not be legal in the eyes of the government of Ghana. You have to the thing is, you actually have to go to a gazetted place, and you have to be married by also a gazetted minister. Now,
that is an authorized,
so an authorized place by an authorized minister. You can't do without the two. It's not mutually exclusive. You can't say, okay, I'm doing one and forgetting the other. You have to have the two. So if you are going to, or if you are planning on getting married in a beach, wherever, hotel, anywhere, please find out from management if they have been gazetted and if they have that authority. Charlie.
All these locations, event centers,
and they are taking blocks.
People are paying huge to get married in such places, and
it's not legal.
Know.
Charlie. Anyways, so
just do it in church.
Sometimes the church.
No. So do the whole marriage ceremony, the exchange of vows and everything in church, and then you can take the party. Or the after party reception and everything to
another side.
Some people an event center or something.
Everything all in all. Some people feel like their church is not bougie enough. Some people
make it bougie. That's why we have event planners now.
Do you know how much money
and all of that? Really,
you have to put in the church.
It's the same thing if you're going to an event center or a location or whatever. They will still put up the decor and everything. So why not put that same energy? And sometimes it's even an open space, so more goes into it. But if you're doing it in a church where there's already the building, I'm sure that the work would be less because there'll be the pillars and everything that they would just need to drape things around and pull across and all of it. I'm just thinking.
That's true. That's actually true. Anyways, so let's learn how to get married legally. We don't want any stories.
Okay, so is that to say that your marriage may be legal in the sight of God, but the country Ghana will not recognize your marriage? Because then if you're doing it and then the officiating minister is right with God, ordained by God, and the destination or the location.
He's ordained by God, but is he ordained by the government?
That's what I'm saying. So now we are doing God first, right? So everything is right with God. And God says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing.
Yes.
So before God, you're doing the right thing. You're getting married the right way. So with God, you're good. Only to find out that this same man of God hasn't been legally approved by the government. The location has equally not been approved by the government.
But you know what?
So does that still make it void?
Yes, it makes it void because...
But before God, you're good. I would rather be good before God than not man.
Yeah, but then again, if you're a minister of God, you would want to follow the law as well, because you follow the laws of God and you also have to follow the laws of the land. So it's something you're supposed to do. So if your minister is not following the laws of the land, then... is he right with God? That one is for you to answer. As the media, I really don't know. I'm not in God's head, but
educate us.
Now, my favorite part. Okay, so now a church can be registered as a business, but then it being registered as a business or a company, like a limited company, does not guarantee that it's a place for a wedding. Now, you actually have to go and register the church or gazette the church, and then before you can use it for celebration of marriages. Now, to do that, you first have to apply to your metropolitan assembly. Then you have all the municipal or district assembly. Then after applying, the assembly will inspect the premises and then forward the report to the Ghana Publishing Company for the church to be gazetted. Now, the Ghana Publishing Company would then issue a publication to indicate that the church has been gazetted. So now you can have weddings in your church. That is for,
Wow.
Yeah. Then, as a minister who officiates the wedding, you also, and if you are a minister and you have not been gazetted or you don't have that permission to marry people, and you do actually go and marry people, is a crime punishable by you can pay some. It's punishable like by law.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes. You will pay a fine.
I know a couple of people.
Is that do we get something for tricking them? Because me, I
You're a
was
snitch.
one time.
Wow.
I would joke. And they have been gazetted. If you have not, then you need to do the right thing before the police comes for you. If you're a pastor. Now, that will also make the marriage very invalid as well if the pastor has not been gazetted. Now, he's also supposed to apply to the Registrar General's department. Then they train them as well. And then after the training, then they have to also provide...
Wait. Who's going to train them?
The Registrar General. I think.
Not the church.
No. I think they have certain things that maybe the Registrar General would want them to say, or there are certain things that you're supposed to, by some guidelines. So that comes from them, not just the church.
Wow.
Yeah. And so after the training, you also have to provide evidence as a minister that, okay, these are some of my ordination certificates, this and that, to prove that you're actually a minister. And then you now have that right to, or then you are gazetted, and then you have that permission to marry of people. So if you know you're a pastor and you haven't followed this step, all the people you have married, you have done, just go and have it done.
Wow. According to the laws of the land.
According to the laws of the land. And you must stick to the laws of the land. It's just what it is. Yes.
Wait, so I know that customary marriages as well are registered, right?
Yes.
So what if you do the customary marriage, you have your license, your marriage license or certificate? Does that also mean that if the pastor who officiates the white wedding, if the pastor who officiates your white wedding isn't gazetted or legally approved or licensed by the law or the laws of the land, it means that your wedding is still void?
Yes, it's still void.
So it's just the customary marriage that
is allowed.
Allowed.
Yeah, or valid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then those of you who have been oppressing me that you're married, though. We
are
not
married. We are all single.
Babes, we are single. Oh wow.
Oh wow.
No, some people have been peppering me about the fact that my God, all of us we didn't want to sit inside.
That's what I'm saying is
you're even more single than I am.
Charlie. Because now you're single, but you're in the man's house, you're cooking, you're sinning. You are sinning. Get it right with God.
Yo. No. But so that's the thing. Before God, you have done what? It's still the same.
Charlie.
Because God wants us to respect the laws of the land
as well. Yes.
So if you have respected God but have disrespected the laws of the land or disobeyed the laws of the land before God, still you have been single. Disobedient.
Charlie. And plenty people
will not all be single. Single Pringles.
Single to stupor.
Oh wow. No, but this is serious. How many people even know this?
How
many pastors know this?
That's
because these days churches spring up and the next thing they are getting married. I know of people who have actually rented church spaces to get married.
What?
Yeah, because I'm on class sorry. So yeah, they had to get a place, a church, discuss with them. They were charged, and then they went to get married there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and they got their license. So what does that mean then?
Say if they registered at the church or they went to a church that has been gazetted, then definitely
it doesn't matter how old the church is.
It doesn't matter how old the church is, and it doesn't matter whether you're a member of the church. You just have to be. It has to be done in a place that has been registered for weddings by someone who has been registered to officiate weddings. You need both. You can't do without the other.
Right, I'm thinking I have an excuse to give my parents. They should wait. I'm doing some diggings to see if our church is gazetted and if the minister I want is gazetted, and the time. I wanted an evening wedding, just like you're saying.
Charlie.
But now we have to find a better time and fine tune it, because if we do it after 6, it's not legal. Oh Lord,
after
excuses.
6 and before 8. So even if you get married at 5:59,
so wait,
7:59.
But you remember that back in so does this only relate? Is this related only to weddings, white weddings, or the customary marriages?
The thing about customary marriages are seen as legal because it's a busuampeni.
Okay, so I was going to ask because back in the day most engagement ceremonies were done at dawn, and then the weddings would follow later in the morning. That's what I wanted to find out. Okay.
Yes.
Then
so
that's
now,
good then.
but if you do it at dawn and you still go to the church and you go and do it, then still you've done the right thing, and you're still having a very legal marriage. Now, another thing that I also found out is if you actually register for a marriage and you sign and everything, and you don't do it, you don't bring in your certificate or marriage registration after 3 months, you have to do it again.
Do it again?
Like you have to apply again.
Okay, but not necessarily the ceremony.
No,
again.
Not necessarily the ceremony. You just have to.
So you have to take a copy of your certificate to them.
Yes, and you have to take. And then another thing too, if you're a foreigner and you want to come and marry here, there are some number of days that you have to be living here before you're allowed to marry someone here.
Oh,
yeah. So you can't just think that my marriage is tomorrow. I'm stepping into the country today, and then you're getting married tomorrow.
But we know those things are happening. Why are you sighing? Am I lying?
This just goes to say that illegal marriage is a dose.
Because people come in, they fly in Friday night and Saturday they are getting married.
Exactly.
And these are people who have been out of the country for like years. Yeah. They have lived abroad for years. Yeah. And even some of our brothers and sisters who are marrying the people, the slave trade people.
Yes, the masses.
Wow.
The masses.
Oh no, but the education is actually good. So now right now you just have to sit and recount, right? Try and remember where your wedding took place. Was the venue gazetted or is it gazetted? Maybe you might just want to put a call across to the officiating minister to find out if they are licensed to do that, and also if you worked with an event planner, find out from them if the location or the event was
gazetted.
Is also legal or gazetted or licensed as well. And also the time. Those of you who exchange your vows after 6.
Charlie.
I'm foul. Start afresh.
Charlie. Start afresh.
If you are no, but I had no idea. Just like you're saying that you wanted an evening wedding. I wanted a destination wedding, but my mom won't hear of it. So yeah,
I wanted an evening one. Like I had seen
late afternoon kind of thing that would
evening,
eat into
like
the evening.
From like like me, I'm thinking the sun is setting, or the sun is just about setting in the like a flame, what do you call it? You see the flame tower, like the torch, the tiki torches, and it's lined up the walkway, and I'm walking down, and it's in a garden with my dress. Listen, I have planned it all. I do. Like how I can't have a late wedding.
So travel to a place that.
But then all my family and friends are here.
Your partner is here.
Is it? Yeah, time was
voila. I asked a very simple question because it's difficult for you to travel out. So is the person here?
No, it's not difficult to travel out.
But there's Zoom now. The rest of them can watch on Zoom.
A lot of them can watch on Zoom. But I mean, I don't know. I had always seen my wedding as something that, to me, is. It's not just a wedding. For me, it's a party. Like, we're coming to jam.
So everybody has to be
present. Me and my friends, we are there. We are partying to like late, It's just a vibe. That's how I see it.
Around COVID, I actually was thinking I was going to be settling around that time. And I said, you know what? It was even good because I wanted to get married in an airplane. In the sky. So the rest of the family, if you're not close and you're not someone that I really, really vibe with, you watch via Zoom.
Yeah.
Friends and family, more best show with Zoom. The rest of us, you're not really worry.
Like Omotola's wedding.
Yeah, that was a beans. So yeah. But honestly, this education was really, really needed. Thank you very much for
it. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. So